And welcome again, dear friends, to the Wednesday edition of Fresh Bread. This is Reverend Phil Anderson of Oakland United Methodist Church and Kansas Avenue United Methodist Church. And it's hard to believe, but it is now the 20th of October. I'm telling you what that means. It means this month of October is quickly slipping away, doesn't it? So we have to enjoy each day. We were talking a couple of days ago, I believe, about the beautiful month of October here in Topeka, Kansas. And we had relatives several times the last few years who have come through, and it's always a delight to have them come through in October, because to me that's the most beautiful month of the year in Kansas. It really is. There's, again, that lack of humidity. There's the warm afternoons a lot of times. There's the cool evenings. We get a little rain here and there, sometimes a little bit of a dicey weather, but for the most part, it's a beautiful month. And of course, the trees, when they turn those brilliant colors of yellow, orange, red, the greens, they all mixed together, it is something to behold. You don't have to go to New England to see the beauty of God's nature. It's right here. And I don't know how the trees are going to look this year. So far, I'm hoping they're going to really be beautiful, because it has been a really cool last week or so where I've seen the trees really start changing. And the colors that I'm seeing early on are nothing short of spectacular. So I love to see God's goodness. You know, if it's nothing else, let the beautiful colors of these trees, the miracle of how those leaves change colors and then they drop off and then they come back the next year. Let that be a reminder to us of how God has everything under control, and that in the season of life, there's going to be these differences that go on. We're going to see the changing of the color. Sometimes the leaves are going to drop off, and then that rebirth that God promises to all of us who believe in Him, that spiritual rebirth. But we see it in nature as a great example of what God's going to do for us. So I pray that we'll see God when we see nature, that we're not going to worship nature, but we're going to worship the God who created nature. Well, today we're going to continue in our reading of Job. You know, we've been in Job. These are passages that aren't going to be read next week in our Sunday lectionary. So today we're going to look at Job 41, 12 to 34. Job 41, 12 to 34. So let's just read this. I want to emphasize Leviathan's limbs and its enormous strength and graceful form. Who can strip off its hide? Who can penetrate its double layer of armor? Who could pry open its jaws? For its teeth are terrible. The scales on its back are like rows of shields tightly sealed together. They are so close together that no air can get between them. Each scale sticks tight to the next. They interlock and cannot be penetrated. When it sneezes, it flashes light. Its eyes are like the red of dawn. Lightning leaps from its mouth. Flames of fire flash out. Smoke streams from its nostrils like steam from a pot heated over burning rushes. Its breath would kindle coals, for flames shoot from its mouth. The tremendous strength in Leviathan's neck strikes terror wherever it goes. Its flesh is hard and firm and cannot be penetrated. Its heart is hard as a rock, hard as a millstone. And we continue with verse 25 down to 34. When it rises, the mighty are afraid, gripped by terror. No sword can stop it, no spear, dart, or javelin. Iron is nothing but straw to that creature, and bronze is like rotten wood. Arrows cannot make it flee. Stones shot from a sling are like bits of grass. Clubs are like a blade of grass, and it laughs at the swish of javelins. Its belly is covered with scales as sharp as glass. It plows up the ground as it drags through the mud. Leviathan makes the water boil with its commotion. It stirs to the depth like a pot of ointment. The water glistens in its wake, making the sea look white. Nothing on earth is its equal, no other creature so fearless. Of all the creatures, it is the proudest. It is the king of beasts. And that is the end of chapter 41 there. Well, you know, God is an awesome God. We sing that song that Rich Mullins wrote about probably 30 years ago. Our God is an awesome God. And again, we can read that and sing it, but until it really sinks in for us, those are just words. We have to come into the presence of the Lord, knowing He loves us. He's our Father. Jesus Christ is our friend. The Holy Spirit is our guide. And yet, we have to recognize that we are in the presence of the Creator of the universe. And that is an awesome, awesome responsibility. Well, friends, I hope you have a great day. May God richly bless you. And we will hope to talk to you soon. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.